this is Lilum. I am back today to sew Penelope's train from the 2006 Penelope movie, specifically when she's wearing the wedding dress. And I cannot put into words how much I love this movie. This movie, it just always makes me feel good and warms my heart and kind of makes me feel like romance is out there, as I'm sure many people relate with. But I, with this outfit specifically, didn't go with the classic white route. Although the wedding dress is actually white in the film, it gives it an ivory look because of the filter that they have on the movie. So I went with an ivory look for the train as well. The material that I used for this project was the cotton muslin. I used it because it was white and sturdy, and that is what I used as the underlayer to the feathery type things on top of the train. And for the feathery type things on top of the train, I used organza. And the organza said it was ivory. It came and it looked a little bit more cream, just like the last fabric I used. And so I did the combination of the cotton muslin and the organza because I thought it would lighten up the organza a little bit. And I think it did. I think it definitely lightened it up. So the first thing I did for this project is I cut out the cotton muslin to see how long I wanted it to be and figured out all of the measurements and dimensions. Then I dove right into just getting the organza cut. I picked organza because it is synthetic, and then I got a heat knife and it was so nice. It took forever. Do not misunderstand me. It took ages, but I really enjoyed doing it. I first got a little pointy pattern theme that is meant for just sewing guides, and I followed that for a while. I decided that it wasn't the most efficient route for me, so I went ahead and I created a little pattern. I just used paper, which if you were using a heat knife, I do not recommend making a paper pattern or using a paper pattern because it can catch on fire. Now in my case, it only caught fire twice, maybe 3 times. And thankfully I was looking very closely that I was able to catch it before it turned into anything big. So it didn't last for any more than a second. But I still would recommend doing something else other than paper. Before I started sewing the organza onto the train, I added a button loop and I stitched it down on all sides to make it sturdy, and I hemmed the train as well, and I did a double stitching on almost everything just so that it would be really sturdy because the train's gonna get dragged around and it will go through some pretty tough stuff. I feel like trains typically do need to be really sturdy or else they'll just fall apart. While I was sewing it as well, I kept on thinking, oh, I can take this shortcut or cut this corner and stuff like that. And then I always had the backup thought of, no, this is going to be my kid's dress up one day, and this is going to be my sister's kids' dress ups one day. So it needs to be a high quality piece. That way it can withstand the time and the abuse that it is going to go through from having kids playing with it. But that thought just makes me so happy. It warms my soul. And then after I had all of that added onto it, I went ahead and I started sewing the organza onto the train. It took forever. I think I watched I want to say 5 movies, something crazy like that, while I was sewing them on, but it was actually really enjoyable. I really liked sewing them on. I sewed all of them pointing up, that way I could iron them down and then they would cover the seams. I kind of tried to have them be an inch apart from each other, but after like the third or fourth row, I decided I didn't want to do that for hours. So I just kind of started sewing them wherever I felt was right. And I am very glad that I did that because it created a bit more of a messy look as opposed to having them all be organized and neat and separated evenly, which I didn't want it to be that way. In the movie, it is definitely very messy and it's beautiful. It truly is beautiful. I wasn't able to capture the flowiness of the train with this train, and I think it's purely just because of the materials I used and how I sewed them. I finished sewing all of the rows on, and then I tried on the train, and at this point I had decided that I was done with it and I thought it was great. But as I was editing the video, I decided it was not great and it was not perfect, and I needed to round the edges of the bottom of the train. And I'm very glad that I took the time to do that because I'm much happier with how it turned out now than how it was before. I really did not like the pointy edges, and I feel like trains usually are rounded out. So I am glad that I took the time to round out the edges and I sewed them down and made them sturdy, and then I took the time to iron the pieces down as well, and I think it just really made it all come together and it makes it look amazing. I really do like it, and I think that it is all going to come together in the end and be beautiful all as the outfit that it is. Cheers to breaking the stigma on wedding dresses and how you can make wedding dresses even if it's not for your wedding. And thank you for watching this video and for staying up to date with my channel. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like my videos, please subscribe. I am going to be posting every Friday, and because of my dynamic disability, sometimes I can't make it on Friday. So I do sometimes post on Saturdays, but I always do try and make it to the Friday. So if you are interested in seeing the rest of this outfit, please stay tuned and leave me some comments. I would love to see what you guys have to say about all of my sewing projects. But I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day and a lovely weekend as well. Thank you so much for supporting me during this hard time and for showing me love. I really do appreciate it, and it does touch my heart, and I'm super grateful. These sanity sews really have been giving me so much more life and sanity, and it is something that I'm going to be keeping up with for probably the rest of my life. Most people in my condition have a specific hobby that they do keep up for the rest of their life, and I think this one is truly proving itself to be one that I can maintain. So I will keep at it, and I will keep producing more videos as well because I do enjoy the process of making the videos. So please stay tuned and stay up to date and continue to support me during this trying time. I really do appreciate it. Anyways, I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Mwah!